Eala climbs to No. 70 in Women's Tennis Association World Rankings. Eala continues to make waves in the global tennis scene as she's now the world's No. 70 in the Women's Tennis Association rankings. In the latest WTA ranking, Eala made 2 jumps from her previous 72nd rank. She rose from the No. 140 spot after her Cinderella run in the 2025 Miami Open in March and has garnered 897 points from her performances in tournaments. This came after she bowed out to world No. 2 Iga Swiatek, 6-4, 4-6, 2-6 in the round of 64 at the Mutua Madrid Open 2025. In March, she beat Swiatek in a history-making match as she became the first Filipina tennis player to defeat a top 10 opponent in 50 years. She is now the first Filipina to become eligible to compete in the 4 major tennis tournaments: the US Open, French Open, Wimbledon, and Australian Open, as a direct entry and not as a wild card. During the Miami Open, the Pinay Phenom also squashed Australian Open champion and world No. 5 Madison Keys. She eventually fell short in the semis after losing to world No. 4 Jessica Pegula of America, who is also set to compete in the French Open. In a press conference on April 8, Eala shared that she's confident that she'll be able to achieve a Grand Slam one day and that she hopes to compete in the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028. The 19-year-old Pinay tennis superstar is set to make her debut at the French Open, or Roland Garros, beginning on May 19. Among the top contenders are defending champion Iga Swiatek, who will try to win her 5th hoop Susan Lenglen, and world No. 1 Aryna Sabalenka. The sun had barely risen over the red clay courts of Europe when the tennis world received a fresh jolt of excitement. Eala, the teenage sensation from the Philippines, had officially broken into the top 70 of the Women's Tennis Association (WTA) rankings. For many, it was a number. For others, a headline. But for those who have followed her journey, from the humid courts of Manila to the grand arenas of the Grand Slams, it was a dream manifesting. One stroke, one serve, one set at a time. At just 19, Eala has not only carved a path for herself in a sport dominated by giants, but she's also carried the hopes of an entire nation on her back. The Philippines, a country more known for its love of basketball and boxing, has seldom tasted this kind of glory in the global tennis arena. Yet here she stands, poised, powerful, and persistent. This ascent to world No. 70 was not born out of luck. It was born from the crucible of relentless training, sacrifices, and an unshakable belief in possibility. It's easy to forget that before the titles, the sponsorships, and the bright lights of center court, Alex was simply a young girl with a racket that seemed almost too big for her hands. But even then, there was something different in her swing. Something fluid. Something fierce. At the Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, where she honed her game, Alex didn't just practice tennis, she lived it. Every blister on her palm, every 6 a.m. conditioning session, every lonely Christmas spent away from family wasn't just a cost, it was a commitment. And while other kids her age danced to TikTok trends or stressed about exams, Alex chased drop shots and perfected her backhand down the line. Her climb through the junior rankings had all the hallmarks of a prodigy. She captured the world's attention with her Grand Slam junior doubles titles. But transitioning to the professional tour is an entirely different beast. Many prodigies falter here, struggling with the grueling calendar, the mental strain, the physical toll. But not Alex. She adapted, she learned, she grew stronger. She took losses not as failures, but as lessons written in sweat. She learned the art of recovery, not just of the body, but of the spirit. And slowly, steadily, the result came. It was on a humid evening in Thailand that she won her 2nd ITF title of the year. Then came the hard court campaign in the US, where she stunned higher-ranked opponents with a blend of tactical intelligence and fearless aggression. Fans started to notice not just her power, but her poise. Not just her shots, but her strategy. Her rise to No. 70 is more than just a number on a digital board. It's a signal, a declaration, that she belongs. That the young girl from Quezon City has a seat at the table where the legends dine. But more importantly, it's a symbol. For young Filipinos dreaming of a life outside the expected. For athletes from nations rarely spotlighted on the tennis map. For girls who are told that greatness has a geography. Eala's story says otherwise. Imagine a little girl watching Eala on TV, ripping a makeshift racket made of wood and tape, eyes wide with belief. If she can do it, the girl whispers, maybe I can too. And that's what makes Eala's climb to No. 70 so powerful. It's not just personal success. It's proof of potential, hers and ours. As the tour now turns toward the clay and grass seasons, whispers are beginning to rise. Can Eala break into the top 50? Will she make a deep slam run this year? The expectations are growing, but if there's one thing we've learned, it's this. Pressure doesn't break Eala. It shapes her. There's a rhythm to tennis, a rally, a beat between silence and applause. And Alex plays not just with skill, but with soul. When she slides into a backhand, or chases a lob into the corner, there's poetry in motion. There's the story of every morning run she didn't skip. Every defeat she used as fuel. Every moment she believed when others doubted. The number 70 may soon be out of date. She's climbing and fast. But for now, let us honor it, not as a final destination, but as a milestone on a journey that is still being written. And if you listen closely, beyond the cheers of stadiums and the commentary of pundits, you'll hear something else rising too. A chorus of dreams, louder with every match she plays. Because when Eala steps onto the court, she carries more than a racket. She carries a country. She carries a future. And she carries the quiet, powerful force of a dream turned real.